What's up, guys? CHF here, bringing you another episode of Coaching Handheld Football. And I didn't have a video yesterday, but I did do a live stream because I got a new device. And you guys spoke, you decided what today's video is. And it is a league versus league challenge where you guys basically said, hey, Mike, use any scheme except for the scheme that you're most comfortable with. So it is going to be a challenge where I get one drive of vertical, one drive of smash mouth, and one drive of spread, which as a West Coast player, I am not looking forward to. But before we get into those drives and I talk about my strategy and approach to try to successfully do this, let's take a look in the news, guys. Basically, we got a new season for Overdrive. I placed just outside of the top 500 because I had to work early in the morning and couldn't grind. I think I missed it by like 20 spots. But we have new competitive series guys here. And honestly, none of them are really all that appealing for me. So I'm probably just going to keep bankrolling my tokens and just saving those for now. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump into it, guys. I know West Coast really well, but I don't know these other schemes. So let's see how it go. Go ahead, I don't know, make a prediction. How many points am I about to put up? See you in a sec. Alright guys, so here we are. We are going up against a 76 overall here. I do have a power advantage, but again, the advantage is quickly going away since you guys decided to take away the scheme that I am most comfortable with and make me use all three schemes. So I'm going to go ahead and let this one bounce because there's no crazy bounces like we used to get a couple of years ago, and it's just safe to start at the 25 there. So here we are. We are officially starting this with the vertical playbook. So I want to talk meta strategy, guys. This is how I would approach it if you are ever forced to play a game with a scheme that you don't know or don't like. Why you would do that, since you're not a crazy YouTuber like me trying to take on stupid challenges, I don't know. But hey, maybe there's a reason. But if there is the case, guys, what I want you to do is think of down and distance management and smart play calling. So I don't know these schemes, but I do know that safe, smart, down and distance management should pull me through. So what I'm going to do is basically, regardless of which scheme I'm going to use, I'm going to start with run plays. Halfback base, I know, is a good run play. People who use vertical have told me that. So I'm going to go ahead and start with it here and see what we can get. I see that the right side of the field has opened up a bit, so we got a good, decent 15 yards off of the play, and I'm just going to stick with it, guys. Really, the only time I'm going to pass is if I have no choice. If I'm in like a 4th and long situation, something like that, but I really have no desire to pass since I don't know these playbooks that well and don't know what order I should be making my reads in and whatnot. So that's right, it's boring, it's not sexy, but we are running the ball, pounding the rock, and trying to walk away with points. So here we go, we're set up 3rd and 3. Once again, have not passed the ball yet at all, and we're moving the ball down the field. I do think, there are a lot of good run plays in all of these playbooks. So ultimately, I'm confident that it's going to work out pretty well, just running the ball and only passing if need be. So here we're at 2nd and 13, not a great place to be. And look at this, surely enough, we get even, another bad run. We did get back to the line of scrimmage, but it sets up 3rd and 13. And you know what, guys, I'm still just going to run the ball. I'm not taking chances with a playbook that I don't know. So here we go with toss, and we're going to get this one to the edge, but just not quite enough. So it sets up a 4th and 7, which means I have to pass the ball here. And really, guys, I didn't know. I was thinking, let me cheese it for a little bit. I was contemplating using like Texas, because it's a coach play, but I didn't want to cheese you guys. So I went into the short passes here, and I'm just looking it over, and I like what I see here with X post. I like that you've got kind of double crossing routes there. Those tend to do a pretty good job of creating separation. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. X post, those are the two main routes that I'm going to be looking for. Again, I've never ran this play before. So here we go. Let's go ahead and run it. And right there, I see my wide receiver has his guy beat in man coverage. And look at that. There's nobody over the top. So I'm just going to go ahead, lob it out there. And that is a touchdown. Scoring with the vertical scheme, a bunch of pounding the rock. And then for this one, halfback base, I'm just going to use it. I've seen a lot of people doing well with it. And surely enough, we do a little jump in there and we get in for 8 points on drive number 1. I will see you guys in drive number 2. All right, guys, so here we are. It is drive number 2. We have officially made the change to smash mouth. This and spread are the ones that I'm most worried about, just because I really have not played those two schemes really at all. But here we go. We're going to do it. Again, sticking to try and managing down and distance and staying ahead of kind of the chains. I don't want to get into a situation where I'm facing like a 4th and 15. So with this one, we're just going to take it to the outside there and see what we can get with these run plays. Sets up a 2nd and 6. If I can get 4 yards with every run play, I would be happy. And sorry, I'm not picking plays very quickly here, guys. Again, I don't know this playbook very well. We're going to go Blast Alert X Smoke here. Looks like a decent play. Unfortunately, it does not turn out to work out like a decent play. Setting up a 3rd and 6. So again, I'm not going to do it, guys. I'm not going to fall into the trap of using a playbook that I'm not comfortable with and trying to throw the ball. So there it is. We set up a 4th and 3 with Smash Mouth. And once again, I am trying to decide what the heck I want to do to bail myself out. But I realized that Smash Mouth also has X Post. So if Smash Mouth also has X Post worked wonders for us with vertical. So let's see if we can pull off the same thing. So with this one, what do we see? We see the exact same read. There's a little bit better coverage support there, but with a little bit of gator walking and a couple of guys diving, we make light work of the Smash Mouth scheme. And we're just going to see what we can get as far as the 2-point play. I'm kind of looking over what they have, trying to decide what I want to do. Don't like the way those run plays look, so I end up going with post drag here. I believe ultimately I settle on just because we've got that drag route, and drag routes tend to be money. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Again, I've never ran this scheme this year, so we're just going to see what we can pull off. And right there, that drag route has a little hole between the zone. So we pick that up for 16 points on the day. And I will see you guys in drive number 3 with the spread scheme. All right, guys, so here we go. It is the spread scheme. So far, we're 2 for 2. Somehow managing the 2-point play on both of them. But this is spread, so here we go. Once again, I don't like to receive the kick. I'm just going to let it bounce. Prior years, we had these weird bounces where it could like bounce forwards and cause problems. Not the case this year. So once again, I'm just checking over the spread playbook here, seeing lots of different run plays, trying to figure out what I want to do. I don't want to mess around with the option because I haven't practiced it. And League versus League is literally the worst place to practice something for the first time. You definitely don't want to try it out in League versus League where if you screw up, it hurts your squad. So I'm sticking with basically just safe, smart inside runs out of the spread formation. And, we'll encounter what we do in a bad situation if we run into that bad situation. But for now, I'm looking for plays that look like plays that I'd be familiar with. Just safe inside or slightly outside runs. So we're setting up a 3rd and 8, not a super great spot to be in. But looking over it, we're going to go with a halfback. I forget what I actually picked here. But it ends up getting us to about a 4th and 4 there. Not a great spot. So we're going to go in here and see what we have. And it looks like, guys, I'm getting a little jealous here. Everybody gets X Post except West Coast is what it looks like. Is it just me? Or does everybody get X Post except for the for West Coast? Are we the only scheme that doesn't get this play? Because I like this play. Now, unfortunately, what we see here, this is the rookie move that comes in, guys. I was not familiar enough with this play, so after the past 2 times I used it, that wide receiver being my guy, I was kind of laser focused on him, and look what I missed, guys. Look what I missed. Right over there, the A receiver has his guy beat. A bullet right now would be money. Look at RB, like right over here. He's got nobody even guarding him. But because for the past 2 drives, I was laser focused on that Y because that's what opened. Maybe this is the problem with me running and falling on this play as a crutch, because since he got jammed there, even though I shake off this first tackle, there's someone there. And we get shut down. And we end with only 16 points on the day as a result of that. But I'm going to stop it there, guys. It was definitely a challenge, just not knowing the playbooks going through. I don't recommend doing that. I recommend to you guys, get comfortable with the scheme, use that scheme, and if you're gonna change scheme, change it, play every other game mode first, get super comfortable with it before you bring it to LVL. But I hope you like the challenge. If there's any other crazy challenges you guys want to see later in the year for League versus League, I know some people threw out there things like a pass-only challenge, which I think that would be easy with West Coast. But if that's something you guys want to see, let me know. Or any other kind of challenges there. The challenges, I do enjoy doing them. They are kind of fun, and they give kind of an interesting opportunity to sometimes teach new plays, things like that. But guys, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Channel's growing, so thank you guys so much for like almost 1,000 new subscribers lately. I love you guys. You are the best. I will see you soon. CHF out.